welcome to an interesting morning motivation, since it is still morning. Um, so I lost my wallet. Lost my wallet on Monday. Went to the airport to pick up a friend of ours and walked into the airport with my wallet, walked out without it. Don't know where or when that happened. So, anyway, so I'm sitting here at the DMV. And there's a statewide outage for their driver's license system. So I can't get a replacement yet. But anyway, um, just, life is funny. When you want to do stuff and it's like, well, let's see if you're serious about this and throw in a little fun. Um, but I was thinking about it as I was here. I'm like, all right, I'll wait here for a little while, see if the system comes back on. And I got to thinking, what do you do with something like this? And so I'm thinking, hey, you know what? What are the lessons? What are the life lessons that we learn from this kind of thing? Um, and yeah, so wanted to talk about that a little bit. If you can, if you're listening, send me a message, say hi. Um, so the first thing that I get out of this is have a sense of humor, right? It would be so easy to get upset and get frustrated, get angry, get all right. It doesn't do any good. It is no. It does not help you to be upset and to be angry, right? Not there are a few places where getting angry can be appropriate, but for something like this, just laugh at it. I'm like, it's just like, really. It's like a bad comedy skit. So lost my license, need a new one. Oh, by the way, the whole system's down for everybody in the state of Florida. But you know what? It is what it is. I love one of my favorite things to do when I'm dealing with like anybody in customer service, anybody like in retail or anything like that, is or even on the phone, getting tech support, and there a lot of times you'll hear so much, and is always my response is always trying to call in. Um, but so my response is always, would it do me any good to be impatient, right? And they're always like, no, but God, nobody really thinks about it that way. So I guess that's my first, my first lesson, first takeaway from this is don't take life so seriously, right? Laugh about it, laugh at yourself. Was it blessed are they who can laugh at themselves, for they shall never cease to be amused. And that I laugh at myself all the time. I'm hilarious. But in all seriousness, don't take it too seriously. The next is understand that life is full of setbacks. We have little things. In the grand scheme of things, this is small potatoes, right? I had so many challenges in life that this is like barely an annoyance. So realize that it could always be worse, and it's just not that huge a deal. But understand that there are always going to be setbacks and that sort of thing in life, and stay calm during those times, right? That kind of goes hand in hand with the finding humor in things. Is realize it's not going to do you any good to get worked up and to get angry and to get all of that. All that does is increase your stress, and it makes it more painful for you and everyone around you, right? So stay calm. Don't let it get too riled up, and make sure that especially in times of crisis, not that this is a crisis by any stretch of the imagination. But anytime you've got something that's happening, take a breath and look at, where's my stress, right? Is the stress that I'm feeling going to help in any way, right? Because most of the time it's no. And how do we take that deep breath, calm down, and just, what do we do to fix it? How do we move forward, right? Because when we get stressed out, when we get angry, we get completely wound up in the challenge that we're in, and we don't have a solution mindset, right? It's like going back to like the financial things. If you can't afford it, keeps trying to call me. If you've got something that you want that you can't afford, saying I can't afford it shuts the brain down, right? You stop thinking about alternatives. If you ask how can I afford it, that opens up the possibilities, and how can I move forward with it, right? And what are possible things? And so it's something like this, rather than I can't believe the system's down, somebody took my wallet, I'm upset, blah blah blah. It's like, all right, well, how can I solve this problem? How can I make something good happen from it, right? So right now I'm practicing what I preach here. I decided, how can I take this annoying event and turn it into something positive? And part of that is by sharing it with you. So this podcast episode brought to you by frustration. Anyway, so just relax, take it as it comes, right? The other thing I will say, the other actual lesson that I've learned is be organized in your stuff, right? So as soon as I knew that my wallet was gone, I'm like, okay, well, I know here are the cards I need to cancel, because those are the cards in my, in my wallet. I knew right where, like, I have my passport, so I could come and got alternate ID. Just be organized, all of that. And apparently I need to take a call. So have a great day.